Earth.
Beautiful it was.
But then,
Human insolence of overuse.
Destruction.
the wrath of Mother Nature.
The final days.
Escape, the only way.
To save mankind.
Earth.
Was destroyed.
The search was on for the perfect sun to live near.
Finally, a habitable planet was found, and mankind landed upon it with their hope filled of restarting civilization. It was a perfect place to build a seemingly perfect future.
Now, we, the elders, have a crisis at our hands. There needs to be a change in the way of life.
Indeed, you are correct. It is a new time to reconstruct our society from scratch, as our previous society has unfortunately failed.
We should base our reconstruction upon previous knowledge, as such knowledge fared well for thousands of years. Also, we should improve upon our ancestors' knowledge, so we can make this society longer lasting.
To make this mammoth project work, of course we need suggestions from us wise elders. Unfortunately, the force that has guided me in years past has been destroyed in the apocalypse.
I do have a suggestion, my friends. Fortunately, we have had a readily available source of energy that has been practically radiating onto all of our backs this whole time.
Yes, my child, very enlightening that idea is. The reason is because we lack giant institutions that generate electricity because they have been destroyed on Earth. But luckily, have the option of implementing solar energy, we do.
Ancient Greek and Chinese civilizations used to use mirrors to concentrate a beam of sunlight onto wood in order to start fires. This was the very rudimentary beginning of the use of solar energy.
Ever since then, it's become more and more of a viable, efficient energy option. Solar energy. Energy that is derived from the sun. There are several methods by which solar energy is harnessed. Photovoltaic cell technology, solar thermal energy, and primitive active/passive systems that heat water. The solar energy systems that heat up water can either be active or passive, and these systems merely run water through pipes that are directly exposed to the sun, heating them up. They are useful for heating such inventions as pools and showers.
Solar thermal energy is technology in which a system of mirrors is used to focus sunlight onto a heat-absorbent liquid, which itself heats up. This liquid is then run through water, which heats up and becomes steam and powers a turbine, which in turn generates electricity.
The most commonly used solar energy system, though, is photovoltaic cell technology, or PVC for short. This type of technology is the most efficient of the three systems, as it converts sunlight energy directly into electrical energy. The sun's rays of energy strike a semiconductor in the solar panel and excite electrons, causing them to flow in an electrical manner.
Germany was the biggest producer of solar power, and only 1% of it accounted for the whole country. In some cases, this number could rise to 7%. But this solar energy was so reliable that even when it rained, it still produced energy from the limited sunlight. One major cause for its leading status was because the solar panels were diversely used in farmhouses and buildings. This solar energy was also favorable because it could reduce carbon dioxide emissions as well.
Luckily, all that is needed for this system is space and direct access to the sun. Thus, there are no waste products, and the only possible concern is an aesthetic one, meaning that there are no environmental concerns.
This system should be used because the efficiency of solar energy technology has increased dramatically in the years leading up to the destruction of the home world. Moreover, it has very few prerequisites and, unlike other sources of energy, such as coal, it can be used anywhere that has space and has direct access to sunlight, and thus should not be used in any place without those, which are hard to come by.
Developed first world countries such as America had very easy access to petroleum and coal since they had coal burning and petroleum producing institutions. But solar power is very favorable because it is easy to maintain and install, and it is still relatively cheap. Only 8 cents per kilowatt hour for solar thermal energy and 22 cents for photovoltaic cells.
That's why it's very favorable among us, because we are simply a developing colony, and we lack the institutions that the developed countries back on Earth were blessed with.
It now appears that solar energy is the perfect energy option for us based on all we have gone through today, fellow elders. Perhaps we should name this new planet Solaria in honor of our decision to harness solar energy. Long live Solaria!